And my little cuz is on that team, man. My little cuz on this team. Number 20, Jair Hill. That's my little cousin on this damn team. They 9 and what? 9 and 3, 9 and 4. What the hell did this thing? What kind of fight? Jesus Christ. Let's just get right to it. Let's go.
The Sports Center. Michigan has fired their head football coach, Sherrone Moore, for cause. School said an investigation found that he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Moore had been suspended for 3 games, given a 2-year show cause order for his part in the school's scouting and sign stealing investigation. Our Adam Schefter joins us now. Adam, what?
Damn, Adam, what happened to Adam? Okay, has Adam been replaced? I've never recalled Adam Schefter looked in this bad. Adam Schefter looks like, who is this man? Okay, I'm serious though. Look at Adam Schefter. Who is this man? He looks terrible. Oh my God. Adam Schefter, did they replace you, bruh?
More can you give us on this news just coming in?
Well, Brian, I can tell you, having spoken to various members of the football program.
Okay, that's his voice, but he looks terrible.
The coaches were called in and told that Sherrone Moore was being fired. They then were calling in the team to tell them the same news. And then a short time ago, Michigan Athletic Director Ward Manuel released a statement that you read a part of, where essentially it says that following a university investigation, credible evidence was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. The conduct constitutes a clear violation of university policy, and Michigan maintains zero tolerance for such behavior. Biff Poggi has been appointed head football coach in an interim capacity, effective immediately, and obviously there will be a lot more to this story that comes to the forefront in the days and weeks to come. But what we do know now is that Michigan becomes the latest school to join a long line of them to make a head coaching change in what has been a tumultuous season in college football. Michigan now will have to go find a new football head coach to take over for Sherrone Moore. Sherrone Moore obviously will move on from the university. It's been a difficult situation for everybody. People involved in the program are surprised. One staff member texted me that he's completely shocked by this particular situation, but Sherrone Moore is the latest big-name college football head coach to now be out.
All right,
Sherrone
Moore, Biff Poggi.
No. Get to why he was fired, okay? No. What this nigga did. Let's go to Twitter, y'all. No, let's go to Twitter. Yeah, my little cuz over there, man. I think this is senior year. I think it's a senior year. I think it's junior or senior year. Matter of fact, let me see what a year he's in. Hold up, y'all. Let me look up my little cuz. What year is my little cuz in? I think this is a junior year. Yeah, this is junior year. So this is my little cuz, number 20. It's my little cuz. He's going to the league. And then his other brothers coming behind him are better than him. Take my word for it. As good as Jair is, his younger brother behind him, nasty work. But this is all of his career highs, man. All Big Ten selection, honorable mention, 2-time letter. Yeah, 28 games, 21 starts as DB. Yeah, this is junior year. Yeah, okay. That's my little cuz. Man, what's going on over there in Michigan? What's they putting in the water? Okay, let's go to Twitter, man. This nigga done try to off himself and the side piece. What the hell? Cause you mad at the wife? I get it. Marriage is stressful. Lord have mercy. Let's go. Here we go. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. He is in custody. Okay? He is in custody. This nigga is in custody. Okay, he's in custody. Now let's... Look at this. Sherrone Moore cheated on his wife with a staffer and got her pregnant. Oh my Lord, here come the Umar Kufis. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. That's her. Oh, please don't tell me that's her. Oh no, that's his wife. Okay, so he's got one white wife. Jesus Christ. Sherrone Moore, married with 3 kids, just got exposed for cheating and getting a staffer pregnant 2 weeks before Christmas. Oh. Oh. But now add the ripple effects, fired as Michigan's head coach and fumbling $13 million. Yes, a man who can't control his lust is a weak man. I agree. Did he? Can't control it. Who else getting caught up in the nonsense with these women? Man, come on, black man. Good grief almighty. Don't worry, we gonna get to all of it, y'all. We gonna get to all of it. Jesus Christ, you cannot. Oh, obviously a lot going on, but here's what my mom caught wind of: knocked her up, forced abortion, stalked her, doubled her salary. Today, all coaches meeting held without Sherrone. He caught wind of it, went to Side Piece's house with a knife and kicked the door down and was yelling at her about ruining his life. Arrested. Cops confirmed at his Walnut Ridge house. Lord have mercy. How is it her fault, sir? Oh, the downfall needs to be studied. How do you? Jeez, Peach, you have got to be kidding me. Look at this here. As of December 2025, there are only 14 black head coaches in those NCAA FBS conferences. 1 in the American, that's Charles Huff. 3 in the ACC, Tony Elliott, Fran Brown, James Franklin. 1 in the Big 12, which is Dion. 2 in the Big 10, Mike Losley and Sherrone Moore. Well, X him out of it. 3 in the Conference USA, Derek Mason, Willie Simmons, and Jerry Mack. 3 in Mid-American, Thomas Hammock, Lance Taylor, Eddie George. None in Mountain West, and 1 in Pac-12. Y'all don't think that this is a... Just a few thoughts about former Michigan head coach Sherrone Moore's situation. Adultery is an awful sin and is the sign of a very weak man. A man who commits adultery has no sense. Whoever does so destroys himself. Pray for Sherrone's wife and kids because he couldn't control his lust. He is in danger of losing his family and has caused unbearable hurt. Pray for Sherrone. Pray that he repents and is held accountable for his sexual immorality, breaking of his marriage convent. I think he meant covenant. Devaluing, disrespecting his children, providing a poor example for the young men he was hired to lead at Michigan, as well as allegedly threatening the life of his mistress, himself, and allegedly assisting and the so she did have the oh wait let me add it assisting in the killing of the child with his mistress. Oh, so he made her get it. Oh my God. Sherrone's mistress, Paige Shiver, needs to be held accountable for her own sexual immorality and should repent. Man, y'all, this Bible shit gonna get y'all jammed up every time. She knowingly slept with a married man and used his status to make a higher salary and receive undeserved promotions at the University of Michigan. This is exactly how I feel. Listen to this story. Wow. Nope. Insane. Oh, Paige Shiver is the daughter of Chicago Bears executive scout Jeff Shiver. Oh no! Oh no! No! Friend whose dad is a donor says Sherrone is currently going crazy. Apparently, Sherrone is in protective custody, threatened to off himself to his wife, left his house, went to Stafford, and held knife to his own throat, said, I'm going to take myself out, but you first. Lord have mercy. Then intercepted at church by police because his wife has his location. His wife saved his damn life. His wife saved 2 lives today. Her soon-to-be ex-husband and his mistress. You cannot write a better script. You have got to be kidding me. God damn. So this is how much she was making. 58 racks a year. That's not bad. Oh, let me see. Okay, so she went from 58 to 90 grand a year. He doubled her salary. Damn, son. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this is horrible. Lord have mercy. You have got to be kidding me. Nah. This ain't it, y'all. This ain't it. Oh, no. This is not the way, son. Oh, my God. Come on, black man. Gotta get our shit together. Well, this was in German. They were talking about this shit in Germany. Oh no. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, this is Paige. Listen, it's not even about snow bunnies. It's just being sexually reckless, sexually weak, lack of sexual discipline. Once again, I'm gonna keep saying this: black men are either the most sexually reckless or the most sexually repressed, or just not having access to sex at all on the most extremes. I've said this for years, man. So what I'm saying ain't nothing new, but damn, son, come on, man. Come on. I know she didn't ask for this shit. You supposed to... Okay. What you're supposed to do is always protect home. Always remind the side piece, hey, she's queen bee. She's always going to be number one. I'm not going to leave her for you. Know your role, jabroni. And I would, and really, he's supposed to protect all parties involved, but at the end of the day, you protect home first. And I'm not understanding what him and the wife got into a fight about, unless the wife found out about his impropriety. But so she already had the abortion for the guy. So don't leave her alone. She already made the ultimate sacrifice for this dude. She done had the abortion for the guy. She could have made his life hell and had the kid and took him for child support and really ruined him. She could have done all that. But she gave him mercy. She gave him grace. She aborted the kid. And I would say leave the Paige chick, leave her alone. She's been through enough. She didn't ask for all this. Yeah, I know y'all gonna, but she sleep with him. Come on, man. Like we must let go of this married men having side women. What married? Oh, okay. Find me a high-powered married man that ain't got side women. Please stop this nonsense. Please stop. Come to reality. This is 2025. Grow up. Okay. Powerful men have proclivities that sometimes the wife she doesn't get the job done. This is what the side other women are for. So please let's grow up with the conversation. I had sex with a married man. Whoop-de fuck. And that's all you got? That's all you got? Okay. Grow up. Respectfully. Okay? Powerful men gonna have women on the side. Why all of a sudden? Anywho, I would say leave the page chick alone. She didn't ask for it. She doesn't deserve any backlash. Oh, what's this door opening by itself? Is the spirits listening on my conversation? Anywho, leave the side chick alone. So she turned her IG private. She made her IG private. Okay. She was an on-campus recruiting staffer. Her father has been a long-standing career as a scout for the Bears. LinkedIn and X accounts were deactivated. Biff Poggi is the interim coach. Shortly after his firing, Moore was reportedly detained by police in Saline, Michigan, and then transferred to Pittsfield Township authorities for further investigation into potential charges. So his charges are 3 counts of sodomy, one count of assault, and 1 count of illegal seduction. So now you want to start punishing people for extramarital affairs? Okay, fine, whatever. So Sherrone Moore and Kelly Moore, this is the wife. Now, I will give Sherrone credit. He kept it the same. Now, had you been dealing with a sister with a white wife, then I'd be like, there's some confliction there. But he likes white women. He kept it white. Hey, I can respect that. I can respect that. They married in 2015. Oh, look here, though. Coach Moore's wife, mom, and LGBTQ ally, has generally stayed out of. So she's a supporter. She's an ally of this. The Moores have 3 daughters: Shiloh, Soleil, and Sadie. Kelly's profile also notes her background as a former college athlete, having played as a goalie for Center College in Kentucky. Oh no, this ain't it, y'all. This ain't fucking it. Jeezy Peach. Yeah, I would say leave the young lady alone, man. She's gonna be out of a job. She lost a kid. Like, cut her some slack, man. That's what I would say. But Sly, what about the wife? Nigga, that was the husband's job to protect the wife. Yeah, don't slander the wife, but don't dump everything on the mistress either. She done already paid her penance, man. Okay? Wow. I don't even. Now let's see if are they accurately reporting Sherrone. So let's see if mainstream is really putting out the nasty details. Let's see if they're putting out the real sort of details. So let's go here. God damn it. Man, all I can say is, man, I'm black man. Come on, man. What you do affects us all. Please stop this. We're not a collective. Yes, the fuck we are. When one gets in, you represent all of us.
Dan, there are a number of layers to this story which you have been reporting throughout the day. Let's work our way backwards with the timeline, which now includes a police report that sheds a bit of light. What do you understand about that timeline, as I say, working our way backwards?
Okay, so Michigan concluded an investigation into Sherrone Moore earlier Wednesday and determined with credible evidence that he had a inappropriate relationship with a staff member against university policy and his own contract, and he was immediately fired for cause. Soon after that, at about 4:10 p.m., Pittsfield Township Police just outside Ann Arbor responded to a call to residents where they were there to investigate an alleged assault. Sherrone Moore had left the place at that time and was later detained, as you said, by the Saline Police Department, which is another town a little bit outside of Ann Arbor, which then brought him back to Pittsfield Township. At 8:40 tonight, or 8:30 tonight, I'm sorry, he was brought to the Washtenaw County Jail, where he is in custody due to the alleged assault, and actual charges will be determined by the Washtenaw County Prosecutor's Office in the next day or so.
All right, so those are the very serious issues related to this storyline, and we will wait for the clarity and the details as they are forthcoming in the coming hours and days. As for the story, as we work our way back to what you mentioned, which is the firing of Sherrone Moore, and I just want to be frank here. I mean, in college football circles, this was not a closely held.
Okay, so maybe this is where I need clarification. What did the university fire him, and he reacted as a call? Okay, so what I understand is University of Michigan got wind of the relationship, and they fired him because of that, which caused him to react the way he did. Okay, that sounds plausible. Let me get to y'all super chats real quick, because I don't want anybody feeling left out. Erica, thank you for the 2 in the chat. The thirst strikes again. Listen, I hate to but I've been saying this. Don't let them clowns down. Niggas ain't fucking like that. They don't have access to sex with black women like that. They really don't. They really, really don't. Carrie, thank you so much for the 10 on the chat. The problem isn't just the side piece. It's that side pieces don't know their place anymore. Instead of being quiet, they want to be seen and throw salt on the wife and kids. Testify. I could testify. Listen, they always want to talk bad on the wife. They want to, they throw shots. You preaching to the choir, sis. And here's the problem. So the side piece is cool in the beginning, like I don't want to be the wife. I'm just here to have, I'm here for you. And when then it turns into I need more time. Then it turns into I need more time. Then it turns into a competition between the side piece and the wife, even though that's not how you make it out to be. And then it gets into, so you keep coming to me. Obviously, I do something for you. Why do you keep going back to her? Why do you keep going back to the wife? You say she don't make you happy. You say she irritates you. Blah 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 blah. So she uses all the pillow talk shit against you, right? Everything you tell her why you're stepping on your wife, she uses that shit back on you, right? Well, if you say she's this bad, why you keep going back to the wife? Why don't you just leave your wife? Like, what the fuck? Most men don't leave their wives. Doesn't matter what she does. Doesn't matter if she cheated on them. I talk about that too. Most of these niggas get cheated on by their wives and they're not leaving, right? Doesn't matter what she does. For the most part, men take a lot of crap from their wives, but they're just not going to be willy-nilly breaking up their marriages. So, once again, if my understanding is University of Michigan got wind of the relationship and then they responded accordingly, and then his reaction was, I'm going to go take this knife. So I'm assuming that's why him and the wife got into a fight. Because the wife found out he was fired. And she's like, why did you get fired? I'm hearing it's because of this other woman. He said, you know what? Bet. He goes, leaves, kicks in the door of homegirl waving the 4-4. Instead of a 4-4, he has a Ginsu knife. And I'm about to take us out. But I'm going to start with you first. And the doting wife, being a good wife, hey, I think my husband's going to crash out. Here's his location. Please go stop him from doing something stupid or anything else stupid. The cops intercept him at the church. This is some white man shit. I expect white men to do this. Black man, you have a responsibility. Okay, this is the unspoken rule. All successful black men that are featured on mainstream media in whatever capacity, you have an unspoken rule that I know it's not right, but you speak for us all. You represent us all. You have that undeserving burden of representing all black men. You cannot do this dumbass shit. You cannot. Only white men are not seen as a collective crash out unit, right? Because for every 10 stories I give you, or the white husband burns up the wife and kid, shoot up the wife and kid, or RIP, the whole family. And yet white men still be like, I'm sorry for Bob, but we're okay over here. And everyone's like, yeah, you guys are good. That was just him. We don't have that luxury. Please, black man, get your shit together. Get it together. You don't have white man luxuries, protections, and affordabilities. You're not the white man. You cannot do what the white man does. Okay? This is insane. Insane.
Held secret. There was a lot of smoke, a lot of innuendo, but you all aren't in the business of reporting that. So I guess what I'm going to ask as it relates to this dismissal and the investigation is, when was it that Michigan really felt like they might be in the business of needing to find a new head coach?
Well, I think the investigation began, recently. At least this part of the investigation into Sherrone Moore's conduct, at least over a week ago. And like they said in their statement, you need credible evidence to make a firing, particularly for cause of this situation. It's a very sensitive situation for everyone involved. And so that's when it took time. But I agree, there was a lot of rumors, there was a lot of gossip. It wasn't necessarily a closely held secret, but Michigan had their investigation. This is when they came up with in early December.
Okay, let me just say this. Sherrone Moore, being who he is, he can't move like I can move. You are the head football coach of one of the most prestigious and most famous football teams, collegiate, in the world. You cannot move like a regular guy like me. I can move around and be sloppy and still get away with it for the most part. You cannot. You cannot operate. You're not a regular nigger per se. You're special. You're special. You must move and behave like one. Jeezy Pete. This shit is not rocket science. Thinking, brother, thank you. Thank you for the 10. Sexual suppression for the black man is real. Yes, Slide been saying this for 10. I bet. And nobody still wants to talk about it. Because them fools down the street got y'all convinced these guys are knocking it down. They're not knocking it down like that. Trust me, they're not. Trust me, they're not. The Most High, thank you again for the 5 on the chat. Sounds like the end was trying to get out of that contract a week after the loss to Ohio State, second year in a week bowl game. They knew, if anything, he guilty. Okay, have you ever signed a contract with a moral turpitude clause? Let me just ask everybody in the chat. Has anybody ever signed a contract with a moral turpitude clause? And if you have, guess what values that moral turpitude clause is based off of? It's based off Christian values, not Muslim, not Judaism, not Buddhism. It's based off Christian beliefs. You understand? 10 times out of 10, if you sign a contract in the U.S. with a moral turpitude clause, that's based off the goddamn Bible. So I don't think them looking to get out of the contract, they were like, oh, can we find a way to get this nigga? We lost to Ohio State. We lost pretty bad. No. If you're moving sloppy and knocking down the staff and giving her an undeserved pay raise, what you playing with their money now? What are you talking about? Looking to get you fucking around with their money. So not only are you technically stealing from them, because you double her salary. She went from 58 to 90 grand in 3 years. So now you're playing with the university's money. On top of that, you have this contract that says, hey, act like a proper man in a marriage. You got to get up out of here, man. They had to do too much to get him out the contract. What you talking about? They had to do much. He did it to himself. What do you mean? Christian values is the majority basis of your contracts with moral turpitude. Once again, not Islam, not Buddhism. Okay? It's not. It's going to be Christian values. All right? So I'm not going to put this on the University of Michigan. You left them with no choice. You left them with no choice. Now, if the white girl, the Paige chick, ever tells her side of the story, it's going to be even much worse for him. I hope she keeps it a buck and says, you know what, he ain't worth it. I would hope she would say, you know what, let me take my licks. Let me go home back to Chicago with my dad, go back to daddy's house for 6 months, disappears and figures it out. I hope she doesn't go on the podcast route and tells her side of the story. Don't dump on her, man. She done already, come on. They already talking the term forced abortion. You know, most women don't like the term abortion. So you already talked about he forced her to do it. So this black man, they about to lay his ass out. Once again, they're going to go extra hard on him because, truth be told, they don't like y'all messing with their women to begin with. How about that? All you Hodge twin, Brandon Tatum ass niggas with your white wives, they don't like that shit. And they never liked it, and they never will. They don't want you with their women. I get it. But if you're going to be with their women, you better act accordingly to their Christian values. Come on, man. Stop making excuses for dumb shit. Yeah, pack this nigga up, get him out of here. Pack him up, get him out of here. Yeah. He gonna get everything coming to him. Rightfully so. I don't feel bad for this dude. You had the world at your fingertips, man. University of Michigan coach. Like what? And you a black man. You understand? Now you give other young black men something to look up to and aspire to. So who has more of an impact on college football? Deion Sanders or Sherrone Moore? Who has more impact on college football? Deion Sanders or Sherrone Moore? Please don't say Deion. Don't be dumb and say Deion. Don't do that. Don't be dumb and say Deion. Don't be dumb and say Deion. Ain't no shape, form, or fashion would Deion ever have as much power and sway as Sherrone Moore at the University of Michigan. We're talking the University of fucking Michigan. You ain't got to be from Michigan, but you know what they represent. You know what a Wolverine is because it's a Wolverine. I don't know what they look like, but I've heard of a Wolverine. You don't know what a Buckeye is, but Michigan and Ohio State. They're Buckeyes. I don't know what a Buckeye is, but I know because they fight the Wolverines. Shut your ass up. You know what you know what a Wolverine is because that's how impactful Michigan is. And it has always been. Let's not be stupid here, okay? Let's not be stupid. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. I feel bad for the mistress. I feel hella bad for the wife. I feel bad for the kids. That is it. Don't feel bad for the brother that caused all this. You cannot move like a regular guy. You're not a regular guy. You are the University of Michigan's head football coach. You change lives. You save young black men from the brink of destruction. Do you understand how much power that is? You are a life giver to some destitute young black man that has a rudimentary grasp of reading but has an insane football IQ. You change lives. What the fuck are we doing? Carrie says the mistress deserves no sympathy. I hear you, but I ain't gonna dump on the mistress, man. Mistresses get a raw deal. I think most mistresses, the good ones, get a raw deal. Unfortunately, they get punished for their bad counterparts. You know? But yeah, you are a life changer. Like And I think about my little impact, my little coaching thing. I couldn't imagine having that type of pressure on me to pick and choose who goes on to do great things. And I couldn't imagine the amount of stress and weight that carries, knowing if you tell a kid, no, I can't have you in my program, if that would send him off onto a death spiral. Or knowing this kid, you say yes to this kid and it changes his life and his family's life forever. I couldn't imagine that having that type of weight on my spirit. That shit would bother me. Having that much power. That shit would bother me. It would eat at me. And what do you do with this precious, precious gift? Y'all keep complaining about goddamn white supremacy and racism. Okay, the cracker gives you a shot. And what do you do with it? The evil white man gives you a shot. And what do you do with it? You squander the shit. Because you're sexually undisciplined. You're sexually reckless. Man, they got escorts for this shit, man. There's better ways to move around. White man gives you a chance to say, you know what? Okay. You want to play, you go in the dirt and pick up the little black nigger kids. You want to get a little nigger kids a scholarship? Okay, on our dime. Okay, sure. And what do you do with the chance you are given? You squander it. Hindenburg style. You're going down in fucking flames. In flames. Who's going to hire him in the NCAA after this? He'll never get another job in the NCAA. He'll never get not a D1. Now maybe some D2 school will take him, but you'll never get back to the D1 dance ever again. You're done. You're done. Wow. Wow. How stupid can you be? How stupid can you be? Jesus Christ. I can't. I'm just floored. I'm floored. I'm so disgusted. I'm so disappointed. You can't be this stupid. You cannot be. Oh my God. I have no words, man. I'm like the more I sit here and think about this and all the details coming out. So because you were moving sloppy, your job found out. Your job has a Christian-based moral turpitude clause. They enact that clause, which pretty much prompts you to fight with your wife, even though it wasn't the wife's fault, right? She's like, how could you, blah, 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 why would you, our family, what about our family? Because, wives will hit you with that shit first. First thing is like, what about our family? Or what about our household? First two arguments, trust me. And then you go to not only end yourself, but you want to take out the mistress first. This is the most saddest crash out I've ever seen at this level. You can't make this shit up. This has to be a Netflix special 10 years from now. I need to see this in a movie, not on Tubi, but on a major streaming service. I mean, God damn. We don't have the luxuries, y'all. Black men, if you are in front of a camera, we cannot afford you to act like a goddamn Anton Daniels. We can't afford for you to act like a goddamn Sherrone Moore. We cannot afford for you to act like a fucking Ray J. We don't have those luxuries. If you don't think what you do doesn't impact regular black men, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.